Hey everyone, we are live here in Star Valley, Wyoming with Linda V. Taylor. How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome to the
Very good.
production.
Yeah.
It was quite the production.
That was, yes, it was quite a production.
Putting this all together was something. Running up and down.
That picture was what's happening outside right now.
Yes, the beautiful snow
It's
that's happening.
snowing all week.
Yes, it has.
That's why we have our hot
We have
chocolate.
our hot chocolate ready to go, keeping ourselves all warm. Excited to be here. We're supposed to tell the people.
Mine's empty. Why'd you give me?
Because you might spill it on my quilt, and
Oh, we can't have that done. I'll put this down.
It was supposed to be a prop. You just
We knew that.
It was a cute prop.
We knew that. Let me have one more. Yes. Oh, delicious.
Oh,
Free.
goodness. Sugar-free, calorie-free, everything.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's good. That's the best kind.
6,200 feet high.
Yes.
You need that air.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Every bit of it.
Every bit of it. Well, thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Again, we are live here in Star Valley, Wyoming, in Linda V. Taylor's beautiful studio. This week we have been filming with Linda. We've got so many fun segments that we've been filming.
We have. Wow.
It's been so much fun.
I just played all week. It's just been astronomical. Astronomical. How do you say that?
Astronomical. Amazing. Awesome.
Okay.
That thing. So many different options you could use to describe this week.
It's been
Yeah.
beautiful.
It has
fun.
been beautiful.
Just catching up again, shooting videos, learning from each other, right? It's just been great. But it's always fun hanging out with you.
It is fun hanging out with me, but it's funner hanging out with you. And their technology, I am completely overwhelmed with all the technology.
We have been spending a lot of time this week getting Linda back onto socials. She's going to start posting a lot of fun stuff.
I'm gonna really try. I'm gonna really try. Okay.
She's got her Facebook up. We've got her Instagram up. We're back on the YouTube channel. We've got so many good things coming.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that. I am.
Yeah.
Because I just feel disconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you have such an amazing talent.
Mm-hmm.
You got to share it. There's such a young generation that has never been able to have the opportunity to experience your talent.
Mm-hmm.
So this is their chance.
Yeah.
And we're going to help them with that.
Well, I do have, my show on Gemmel. I do.
Very true. Very true.
I do once a month, but I don't get the feedback.
Right.
Like I will on social.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
All the fun things. You've got some fun comments coming in. Someone says, yay, it's fun to see the OG Linda here online. Jeannie says, it's so good to see Linda. I have several of your videos over the years. You're so inspiring.
Cool.
Yes.
I wonder if those are still VCR.
VHS.
Yes, VHS. I don't know.
I remember.
See?
Right?
I'm so behind.
We would have to go into the store down in Dallas and pick up these VHS tapes. And we thought it was the bomb. We had you on VHS.
I know.
Right?
I know. Yeah.
That was it.
That was next level.
And then when DVD came out, that was just next level, right?
Yes, very.
And we just were in there. We'd be going to shows, packaging them as we go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Putting the paper in there, making our own.
Yeah, we had the printer and oh my goodness.
Cutting them, doing it as we were going to the show, putting the DVDs in, so we'd have them all ready for them. And then the digital world came, right?
Yeah.
YouTube.
And that's where I
kind of
dropped off the end of the world.
You decided to stay down in the studio and knock out so many beautiful quilts like the
gosh.
shot right here.
Yes, this is my passion. It is, absolutely.
And it definitely shined through to the different segments that we did this week. You could definitely see that passion. Linda and I even sat down for my podcast, The Crafters Roundtable, and we got a fun episode planned, so that'll drop soon, where we got to learn more about her story, some things I didn't even know.
Right.
She's been holding those things in, so she let it all out for us to hear.
Well, you're just a youngster.
Yeah, definitely lots of amazing footage coming. So you want to make sure you're subscribed to our channel.
Yep.
Go over and subscribe to her channel. All the things.
We have to do, we can teach you what you need to do in your videos. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Okay, so whenever you get your video started,
yeah,
you have to tell people, before we get started, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It's going to be right down at the bottom right-hand corner, and you get the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Is that the bottom?
That's the bottom right-hand corner.
My left.
Your left. Your right. Yes.
Right down there. How's that?
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
They have to click on that subscribe button and then click on the little bell that shows up.
Okay.
Yep.
They get all the notifications.
So you're bringing me up to speed.
We're trying.
Thank you.
They need to see what you're doing because you're doing so many beautiful things.
I know, but being here, we've seen like she has obviously quilts hanging everywhere, and they're beautiful. And we pulled some of them down to show you tonight some of the techniques, and there's just some stuff that I just have never seen you do. I've always seen the show quilts, right? Like the one behind us is the back of Birds of Paradise because it's like Corey Nice fade.
This is hands down my favorite quilt she has ever done. Behind me is Birds of Paradise.
And on the podcast you'll see the front side, but this is where you're seeing the back side because it's like two different quilts. And then to see all this stuff that you've done with all the quilts, and then how you've adapted Shannon Cuddle into so many of your quilts. Like all the beds have a beautiful top, and then the Shannon Cuddle back. And then it's perfect because of the design that comes out on the back of the cuddle is so pretty.
I was gonna grab that quilt.
You're gonna grab that one.
This is one that's hanging up over the banister.
Yes, over my banister.
Over the banister, and we are going to.
We're gonna shift around.
Move things around. Everything's fine.
All right.
But this is the back of one of those Shannon Cuddle Minkies. As y'all know, we are a cuddle center at Linda's, and Linda loves cuddle. It's her favorite.
So much.
But look at the back of this. Let's see if I can hold that. There we go.
You need me to stand up, or you got it?
If you could stand up, yeah, that'd be great. There's your water.
And it has a lid.
But the back, the back of these quilts, when she does Minky on the back of them, it really shows her beautiful designs. You're seeing some of these right here. These are her Fleather designs, and they are digital. They are available on our website, lindas.com. But they fill beautiful portions of the quilt, but just look how fun it is.
Yeah, there's just so many of them. You want to go over just a little bit more? So actually, let me show the front.
Show the front of it.
So we've seen how beautiful they turn out on the Shannon Cuddle. So you definitely want to put that on the back of your quilts. And then look at the front. Look how amazing.
Oh my gosh. So pretty.
Most of these I have, I don't know if you can hear me.
You can hear.
Most of these, I've done freehand around them. Do the design and then I do the freehand to fill in around.
Yeah.
So this is a really good quilt.
Yeah.
This was an antique quilt that I bought in Houston.
Oh, really? It is so pretty. It was hanging, and I'm like, we have to show that because the feathers. I never say that right.
Feather flowers.
Yeah, there you go. They're so pretty. And like you said, they're on the website. If you ever wanted to get some digital, put them on your blocks and quilts, and then embellish around it with your own freehand. Right?
You've got so many fun comments coming in. Everyone says it's great to see you. They still have some of your VHS tapes. They still have some of your DVDs. They can't wait to see more of your beautiful work.
Thank you.
Jeannie's bought several of your books, and she says she even got her Gamma Optimum from you.
Awesome.
So she loves the feathers. See, Sandy said, "Is this Star Valley, Wyoming?" Yes, we are live in Star Valley, Wyoming. Snowy. Star Valley, Wyoming.
Snowy, just for them.
I know, perfect timing. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, you told us it was spring right before we got here. We brought the snow.
I said it's springtime.
Springtime.
I said it's spring here. You drop into this valley and it's always winter until July 1st, and then we have 2 weeks of summer.
And then it's back to winter again.
Well, it felt
Yeah.
Yeah, every morning Corey and I have been taking a little walk, enjoying the snow and gathering the fresh air, and then watching as it changes. Because they're right on a mountain range behind, and then the mountain range is all the way around, and then you can see the Tetons, right?
The back of the Tetons you can see.
The back of the Tetons. When it's clear, we're like, oh. And then right now it's like a little blizzard out there, all the snow. Although you call it the gentle snow, right?
It's gentle. It's
coming down.
It's like
just
powder.
really thick.
It's just powder.
It's not a blizzard like it was in January.
There we go. So it's been beautiful.
Oh, we've got so many good things. Sandy says that she has family here in Star Valley, so that's what she was wondering. So that's awesome. Amy put a comment in that she has a quilt in the queue just like the star one that you've got here on the table, and
Broken Star.
she'd like for us to hold it up so she could see some of the work.
Absolutely.
Let's move that, and then that's what we're here for. You guys ask us questions, ask Linda questions. This is
a fun Q&A. Feel free to drop those questions, and we are live. She is answering them as we go.
Oh, and I could tell you about this one.
Tell us
My
about it.
goodness, I will. I wanted this fire in here. I just can't do the same thing everywhere on the quilt, So, I wanted this fire. Isn't that gorgeous? Plus, this is an antique quilt, so of course there was a volcano there. There was a volcano.
Volcano seams.
Yes. And so, boy, I really got that down. So doing my ferns, and forked ferns coming from there. And then I did continuous curve, but then I put in my little, as I dropped down, as I was doing the continuous, I dropped down, put the stars in and these, and then I just did regular continuous curve, but up here, I figured this has got to be extended into here. So I put all these feathers in here. Is that cool?
It's so
It
beautiful.
just made that star so
And we've
beautiful.
got the blocks in between.
Yes. And this is my finger feather inside of feathers. And I love this design. And then I just had to put that red in there again. So I came in between and then I echoed on the outside. This is my 8-pointed star. You can see the star here, but oh, again, keeping with the theme here, going out here. I just love it. Broken stars are so fun because you have all these other areas that you can put unbelievable designs in them. And then I continued that design on the outside with the red, and then just came out with my fern, did Linda's
Indian feather.
Indian feather, but with a swirl.
We had fun with that one today.
Yes, we did. So, gee, I hope you have fun because this is just the unbelievable pattern. I would do these every day if I could.
Broken stars.
Of these
I
broken.
will buy more
Now
though,
you got
because
my
I'm done piece. So yeah.
You want to show close up of the other one while you got the ankles?
Sure.
All right, you want to put this one down and then hand us that other one back?
Yeah. Let me tighten that so it doesn't move. There we go. Talk about this one for us, Linda. We showed it up for a
I
second.
will.
But
Yeah, this one has a different feather in each white area.
Yep.
Because I can't do the same feather anywhere. And so you can see the original feather is here. And then I did, extended it and extended my feathers out. And then as a continuous curve around in here. And then I added all these extra things, but each one is different.
Mm-hmm.
Each
Okay.
one is different.
That one's a little easier.
Yeah, this one, I
You see
just
that one?
brought having this fern in here with the teardrop with the echo. So then I came in and put right in between them, just started my feathers. Look how beautiful that turned out. It's just amazing. And each center is different as well. This has a lot of different center designs.
I'll show one more. That's kind
I love this one with your Egyptian curl.
Okay,
We
this
got to
is
show that
my-
one.
Yep. This Egyptian curl is my Linda's Egyptian curl. And oh, look how it makes the heart at the top. Isn't that beautiful? And so then I continued here, made it a point, came in and put my feathers in, some more ferns. I love the center in this one, but I also like the alternate design that it makes in between.
You get a really pretty secondary design there.
I could just run out of breath talking about each one.
They're
They're just so awesome.
so beautiful.
I'm glad you like them. Glad you like them.
Well, and there's just so many here in the house too. Like
Oh, they're everywhere.
hundreds they're
Yeah.
just everywhere.
All over.
Yep.
That's how I decorate.
Yeah. Quilts all over the
All my
place.
walls.
Okay, all right. We've got some comments. I'm gonna spin around so I don't get caught in the cords. Okay.
Ask me another question.
Oh, let's see. Linda started it all. Such a wonderful teacher and influence on on our quilting world. Thank you for the amazing lessons.
Bless your heart. That's Pat. I know who she is.
Yes.
Hi,
We've got a question from one of my best friends, Brooke. She says, "How do you control those volcanoes in the center of these antique quilts?"
You just tap them down. If you need to put a circle over it and start with the pinwheel even in the middle.
Mhm.
I mean, some of them are really bad.
Right.
Some of them are not. But you've got to go through the center somehow. Another idea, if it's yours, embroidery in the middle.
Oh.
Embroidery. And I have some quilts. There's a couple up on the wall
Yeah.
that embroidered right. My sister did them. So she embroidered, then she cut the diamonds,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just gorgeous.
Oh, that's a good
You have
idea.
to take a picture of that.
Yes.
That's a good way to cover the center.
It is.
Good
It
tip,
is.
good
But
tip.
you have to go through the center. Even if you're doing, and you have to be really careful if you're doing just continuous curve through the center, you've got to make sure that you hit that center and come out. and don't go in like this, but go in like this and then back the other direction, like a figure 8.
Correct.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Really good idea.
Yeah.
And that you actually touched on that on one of our segments that
I
we'll be
did.
releasing here soon.
Yes.
Don't know when we're going to do it because we've done a lot this week. But she touched on a wonderful way to do continuous curve and keep it going through those points really nice.
Yeah.
So be sure to look out
So
for
you
that.
don't have to stop and start but once.
Exactly.
That's my goal.
It's the way you keep it
Yeah.
rolling.
That's right.
Nelva said, so glad to see the three of you together. I've told Corey before that you three are responsible for my quilting career.
Aw,
That's the heartwarming thing.
Yeah,
Is if we can,
love
if
that.
we've helped other people.
Yeah, and
Yes.
she continued to say, thank you so much for making it feel like we can do it.
We can.
You can.
What's your favorite
Well,
phrase?
because if I can do it, I know you can do it because I am not special. I am not, really.
Karen from Wildflower Quilting says some of my favorite people.
Yes,
Got that
Love you,
here.
Karen.
yes, we do.
Love you, Karen.
Amy says, you're amazing. Her quilt is also, so she's the one that talked about this one. She said the quilt is also antique. Thank you so much for showing it off. It's very inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
So much you could do with so many different quilts, right? The ideas are endless. That's what's nice about watching the videos. Whether they're videos from 20 or 30 years ago or they're videos from yesterday, the technique and the ideas are just help you evolve as a quilter and as ideas. I mean, I go back and look at some of the videos too because I just started quilting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me put it this way: I quilted for fun, had fun.
I was about to say, let's
I quilted and did
let's
this.
make sure we got that
I
right.
Yeah, I quilted for years, but it was just like, how can I get some stuff done really quick for a gift or that? But now that I'm semi-retired, I'm started quilting again just for fun, where I can just take my time and look at the designs and go, how would that look? And not like, let's do something really quick because we got to get back to work type of thing.
Yeah.
Is what I was
You're getting to enjoy it now.
Yeah, so you can use. That's why I have you. You can tell me my words that I'm supposed to be saying.
I'm good at finding them. And
Well, I will tell
I
you
listen.
what, when you get a quilt
Mhm.
and you just want it to be special, and that can be a customer's or your own, it is scary. If you're not scared, something's wrong. It is. Every time I'm like, oh, I hope you
Mm-hmm.
just have this little idea. Ooh, what if I mess up? But if you'll just put it on the machine, just load it and say, okay, today I'm just going to stitch in the ditch or stabilize it or whatever. Something happens once that is on the machine. You don't have to have every bit of it designed before you start. Just start on what if the idea will come, and if you have to pray, go ahead and pray because that inspiration will come to you and you go, I'll just do this here because I know what to do.
Right.
Then the next time, just don't be, I know you're scared. It's okay because we all are. But you just go forward.
You just get it on the machine. That's really great advice. I also, when I had Jackie Brown on my podcast, she said that she doesn't start designing a quilt until it's on the frame.
Yeah.
She said that's when it really starts to hit her. Like you said, when she's doing Stitch in the Ditch, that design inspiration starts flowing and the quilt starts talking. And by the time she has it all stitched in the ditch, she's ready to go.
Oh, yeah. You get ideas while you're on it.
Yeah.
It's while you're on it.
We've got so many good comments. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. We've got a lot of people on live. Heather says, I love that you buy antique quilts from shows and bring them back to life. Wouldn't it be cool if someone recognized their grandma or great grandmother's quilts?
Oh,
It'd be really cool.
if I just knew some of these. And while I'm working on antique quilts, I truly think of who made them. And I sometimes just feel them like maybe they're there.
Yeah.
If they could just see this quilt finished, because I think about their hopes and dreams
Mhm.
as they were doing that quilt.
Yeah.
They had hopes and dreams of this being on their bed or giving it away, or I just can't, and it just didn't get done.
Right.
And were they just sitting on the porch? These are all hand pieced usually.
Mhm.
Are they just sitting on the porch rocking and doing this little thing? And what are they thinking?
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's why I love antique quilts. And
That's-
some of them they're way before their day. I mean, look at the colors
Yeah.
of this one.
Right.
I mean, who did this?
Yeah.
Orange and red and
Right.
blue and green and yellow and purple and
All the pretty colors.
oh, I want
comes
to
together.
meet them. I wish I could.
They're
That's
so
like,
beautiful.
you're actually working on an antique quilt right now for a customer, and it's got bright colors too.
It
And
does.
It's also hand
It was
pieced
all
together.
hand pieced together. They're flowers.
Yeah.
in the center, and they're beautiful. Some of them might be some dresses, stuff like that. But it's
Oh, they
how
are.
stunning how it is
Yeah.
coming together. And I'm currently quilting a Baptist fan over the whole thing. I don't normally do that because sometimes lining that up can be a little fun. But the quilt just called for it. No matter what I looked at design wise, I said I got to do a Baptist fan. Mom's like, that's gonna
Very
take you a
traditional.
while.
Very traditional. So
It
that
just it worked with the
probably-
time period of the
yeah,
quilt
absolutely.
and of the
I
fabric.
don't worry about the time period either. It's okay. It's okay if you want to, but
Yeah.
you don't. I mean, you go. I put my art on their art,
Right.
Yeah.
and so
Oh,
it's a
that's a good way to look at it.
generational link. I think
Well,
That's a great way to think
that's
about it.
absolutely.
I didn't thought of it that way.
It was saved for me to finish it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
very true.
We've got so many good things. We've got Pat saying, love to see you, Linda. My friend and I took classes from you at Road to California a few years back, and we learned so much. Thank you for your expertise.
Awesome.
We've got another good question here, and this might be a little bit of a story. What inspired you to start your company, Linda's Electric Quilters?
Well, I had a machine and I wanted to make money.
Sold. That was a good story.
And then you just go from there. I didn't do any investigation. I didn't take any classes. I just here's my shingle and I quilt for people. And then no matter how long it took me, it didn't matter. All that learning curve stuff, it was okay. And that's what it's been. And it's been like a tiger by the tail ever since. And I've heard that so many times from students, gosh, once I put that out, then I just went crazy.
Yeah.
And it's amazing
Yeah.
to be in business finishing other people's projects. Who could be more popular, right? We all want to be popular.
Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
And if you're subscribed, you'll see the podcast, and she tells you the full story from the beginning. And so you definitely want to be subscribed for that podcast.
So many good things. So many good things. Right down there at the bottom right. Good job. Fantastic. Stephanie said that she caught you demonstrating the Statler on PBS, and that's what influenced her to get her mission.
Oh, wonderful.
I remember PBS. Your seasons, remember?
Oh, I had,
filming of those.
I had 3 seasons of the television show.
The television one,
which
yeah.
was really amazing. And now it's all, everything's online. Everybody faded out of TV. They did home improvement. And I think this is home improvement.
But you can see a lot of her old editions of the episodes of the PBS season 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and 600 on her YouTube channel.
Oh,
So
yeah.
jump over there and you can see all those episodes. Yeah.
Bottom right corner. She's got it. She's got it. When Rick comes down to film her intro, she's just going to be
going.
He's like, what are you doing?
I don't know. They told me.
But so many beautiful comments coming in. Everyone's saying how wonderful it is to see you. They've learned so much from you. Thank you for your advice on how to begin. I've had several quilt tops ready, and I've been afraid to begin, but tomorrow I will load one and start stitching in the ditch.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's awesome.
So many
Take that
great
first
comments.
step. Just do it.
And then you're good to go.
Hmm.
Yeah. So much fun.
It's amazing what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go find another one of her quilts.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Well, I know that, but
You want me to go grab some of the show quotes?
I can go grab. We should go grab Rick. I'll go grab Rick's song.
Okay, I can go grab it. You guys keep talking.
Okay. Production's leaving.
I'm leaving.
Don't trip.
A lot of my, and they should know, a lot of the show quilts that I've done have been with Sherry Johnson.
Yes.
She's was kind of my partner there. But I had other winners, big winners
Mhm.
with other folks. But
Yeah.
mostly Sherry Meineke Johnson. We just had this relationship. And I loved her because she would just give me the quilt and she'd say, Linda, it's just fabric. Okay, it's just fabric. If it doesn't turn out, we'll just start another one. And that just gave me that
Deep breath. So you're like, okay,
thank you.
I got this.
Thank you. Yes.
So Sherry appliqued some beautiful quilts,
Oh,
stunning
amazing.
quilts. And then Linda got to throw her little flair onto it. And then Sherry did the crystals.
Mhm.
We talked about that
Yep,
on the
and
podcast.
she got really into that business. I mean, it's just a demand.
Right.
It's that sort of thing. And I have one more show quilt,
She does.
but you can't see it
Can't see it yet. Nope.
because she's not ready to bind it. It's not my fault. I've had it done for 2 years. And it's so good.
Okay, we're gonna grab Rick's song.
Show this one.
And we're gonna show this one. Let's show the front
That's
first.
what I was doing. Let's
Okay.
give it to you.
Oh,
This one is all freehand. There is no computerized anything on this quilt at all. Probably it was my last show quilt that I did completely free. So
Here, back to the camera.
okay. Linda, do you want to stand and talk about this one?
yes, because I'm so tiny down there. Well, you can see all of this is just applique. It's just amazing. And Sherry actually appliqued these pieces to these pieces. So it's not like all on one big thing. And she did that a lot when her husband was going through cancer.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah. So this is really an amazing quilt.
Maybe a little bit better.
Every single square, it's not even inch, it's quarter inch.
Some of the
Is,
tight,
yep.
intricate work that you've done on this, and again, to remember that it's all freehand.
It is
It's just-
completely free.
It's just beautiful. I want to bring this up close to them because we see the Egyptian curl, we see a lot of things, but look how tight this quilting is. How beautiful that is. Oh my gosh. You just don't see things like this anymore. It's so good.
Not freehand.
Not freehand, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was the front. Again, we'll give you a good
And
view of the front.
gold area I'm really proud of that too. I did use templates on that gold area because I needed my arch guide.
This one right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want to go close up on that one?
I had my arch guide to give me this area through there, and I had my circles. Okay, so I did use some tools.
Pretty.
Yeah, I did use my templates.
All those templates are available on our website.
And all these patterns are now because they're all digitized.
They're all digitized
I
now.
do this half the less than half the time. Hello.
Okay, so the front is beautiful. Don't get us
Yes,
wrong.
Thank you.
But the back, so good.
Okay, you can flip it.
On this way. And boom.
Sherry really dressed us up these backs. But this back turned out really wonderful. And
Well, I can see like all the stitching design too.
yeah, my
Really
show quilts, if I change thread on the front color,
Yeah.
I change it on the back. And I really like quilts that way.
Well, it makes it look like two-sided quilts.
Oh,
Like
it's
we're talking about Birds of
beautiful.
Paradise. You know,
And
it's
Sherry
really
really
like-
dressed it up so nicely.
So we're gonna get some lighting on it so you can get really good close up. Here we go. Oh, that's some light.
Trying to get the crystal effect of it.
Really, really tiny quilting. How did I do that? I had better eyes, better control, but it is completely freehand.
So pretty.
You
And
have
we're
to
gonna have a short with all the pictures of it up close. So
Yes.
that'll go out.
Mhm.
So if you're really interested in wanting to see this quilt in depth, and so with Birds of Paradise, we really got some really good pictures and videos of it for you. It's hard to show live, like holding it.
Picture.
is.
Well, even pictures don't do it justice. Video
Yeah,
doesn't do
it's
it justice. It's
Should we
just
do the bottom? Show a little bit of the bottom, and we can, as we're folding it up. I guess just
so pretty. So pretty. Ugh,
I think there's 22,000 crystals on the back.
22,000.
Yeah.
oh, is she?
But there's not one crystal on the front. Not one.
No, I'm not on that one. That's what I
No.
remember you telling me that.
It's an amazing quilt. But it's heavy.
30 pounds of crystals.
Yeah. 30 pounds.
All right, I'll go look for a few more if you want. All right, we have any more questions for Linda or?
Yeah, let's do questions real quick.
Okay.
Let's
We were having
see.
fun showing all the quilts.
We were. There's so many.
Yeah, there
We
is.
could do a whole week tour of the house.
That's true.
All the quilts. There's one on every wall.
Come back.
We will.
back.
Let's see. Oh, Pat asked a really good question. What thread does Linda use? It stands out so well on the quilt tops.
I use whatever I feel like. I was using. I will like this one has this is jean stitch on it.
Yeah.
And like on this one, I used metallic.
Mhm,
I used jean stitch. I used neon.
mhm.
I just grab you got to have everything so you can grab anything you want.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
so many different
she's
ones.
enjoyed all the
Embroidery
brands,
thread,
right? Yeah.
everything.
Everything's work from, I know we've got permacore, we've got, like you said, the jean stitch, metallic, There's omni on a lot of your quilts,
A lot,
profile
yeah.
on a lot of your quilts. So
Mhm.
it's just kind of finding that thread that you like, and then it's picking the color, right?
It's
like
the
what
color.
can speak, and that's
And you're
what
you're amazed at how many of you have certain colors that you use a lot of.
Mhm.
So you want to have plenty of that on hand,
Mhm.
but you got to have other options
Mhm.
all the time. I have you've seen my
She's got a little bit of thread, just a little bit
Yeah.
of thread.
full of thread. Yeah, and I'm not afraid to use thick thread or thin thread or whatever. I just love thread.
Yeah, so if you're wanting the quilting to show, you'd be like a text 40, text 50, text 60, all the way to a text 90, like the
90.
jeans did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how you want, if you want that stuff to show. If you don't, then you kind of go down to more of the text 30, the smaller, the thinner threads,
Right.
right? When you're trying to hide that quilting because you just want the piecing to show.
Right.
So it just depends on what the quilt is calling for,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And whenever you're doing that really tight, intricate work, it's always good to amp up those stitches per inch
Yes.
to get to sometimes you've gone up to 20,
Mhm.
24.
Mhm. Yeah, on the Greg song,
Mhm.
you can look at my stitches when you have to do that really tiny micro stipple or even feathers when you're doing them in a little tiny applique. You've got to have that up. So my stitch length varies on quilts too. And when we started, it was like, oh, you got to have the same stitch length on the whole quilt. That's not a rule. I said, where is that written? Oh, okay. So we broke a lot of rules. Isn't
You
that
just
fun?
made new ones,
I did.
right?
I made new rules, no rules.
No rules, exactly.
So many good ones. Let's see. Brooke says you're gifted. Truly, this is amazing. Janet's overwhelmed by the 22,000 crystals.
You know how much time that took? 8 cents eight
8 seconds.
a crystal.
A crystal.
Yeah.
Because Sherry put
It
them on
took her
individually.
weeks.
Now
Yeah.
they put, sometimes you'll see like they'll use these big pieces and these big irons and no, she'd individually put each one on.
She did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. I always did a quilt that we had hanging in the store for a long time, and I had put some crystals on it. And I bought quite a few because I was like, I am gonna make this it. I'm gonna put crystals everywhere. I got that much done. I'm like, okay, and I'm not doing that. We're changing it. We're gonna it's gonna be a simplistic crystal quilt.
Very simplistic
Yeah.
on that one. So I did a little math real quick.
Okay.
If she stayed working,
Oh, she worked hours,
Like-
10 hours a day.
if she just went straight on through
Mhm.
at 8 seconds of crystal, 22,000 crystals, that's about 50 hours of work.
Yeah.
All the way through. No stop.
50 hours.
Yeah.
Even this is still 50 hours. Even if you break it up, that's a lot of hours. To be going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
And I put
1,
hundreds
2,
of
3,
hours in
4,
the
5,
quilt.
6,
Yeah,
7,
of course.
I don't
1,
know
2,
how long.
3, 4,
I
5,
mean,
6,
a
7,
quilt like that is just priceless.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%, for
Well,
sure.
just like this one. I mean, you were telling us
Oh.
how you guys started and you were doing the front and it started rolling on the machine and all of a sudden the back came to life.
Oh, rolling that over, that just eye popping. I had to call her. She had to come out, and this was the first one that they had to actually move the curtain from the back and set the other quilt aside that was on the other side of it, so that people could go around both sides. And we were so proud when it went. It's won a lot of money, but it won Best of Show in Dallas. And one lady where we're standing there and she kept going back and forth around front and then the back. And she went, which side won Best of Show? We were just like, oh, that just makes you feel so good.
It is such
Yeah.
a stunning quilt.
So sweet.
Yeah, it really is.
So many good things. Sandy says, where do we find your digitized files? Very good question. You can find them on our website, lindas.com. Underneath patterns, there's a digital quilting pattern one. And you can see all of Linda's beautiful designs there, along with many others.
Yes.
And then after this live post, we'll make sure we put links under the description. So if you're catching this after the fact, we'll put links on her YouTube word streaming and then on Linda's Electric Quilters YouTube, so that way it's easier to find.
Yeah. And I have simple patterns, but I also have a lot of these really intricate patterns. And I know people kind of go through, oh, that takes too long. Come on. You got time. Just sit there and watch it.
Especially if it's a digital.
Yes.
Because they can turn out really amazing. Like we were showing those feathers on there. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, just watch it.
Yeah.
Just let it do
okay.
its thing.
Yeah.
You can sit there, watch the needle go up and down.
Sipping hot chocolate, watch the snow.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Pat says, were the crystals put on the back of the quilt after it was quilted?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Could you imagine?
Now you can't you can't quilt around crystals.
Yeah.
No.
Very, very
That's
hard.
all after.
Sewn or hand glued, and they were heat
hand glued,
they're
yep.
a heat activated glue
They were
that locks them
yeah.
down. And that was there were Swarovski crystals.
Yeah, I can't even say that.
Swarovski.
Swarovski crystals.
got
We
it.
both got it wrong.
Yeah.
That Sherry was selling at the time, and I don't know if she does that anymore.
I don't know either.
That's what's on it.
I currently
Sherry's.
get mine from Dreamtime Creations. That's where
Yeah.
I get my crystals from.
Yeah, but no, crystals, they enhance quilts. It changes the game.
It just is
Right.
amazing.
Yeah.
Especially when the light hits it.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful.
Well, we used to do that to our shirts too. We used to
Mhm.
like,
And they stay
shirts.
on. You can
Yeah.
wash them and everything.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
they're
like our
really
little bags that we would carry to
very
shows.
durable.
We were crystalline everything back then.
Everything got a crystal.
Yeah, I need to do it again. I have the whole set. I have time now.
Oh,
I can do it.
Adding that to the list.
she's good. Yes, easily distracted by shiny objects.
That's me.
She can break out the table in the living room and start gluing crystals.
Right. And then come back, just leave it. Yeah.
There you go.
You got it.
I've got ideas for you now.
I know,
You
I
brought
saw
you
that.
said the
I
words.
saw the
Now I'm
face.
gonna send the
I saw the steam coming out.
Yeah, it's going. So many good ideas happening. Oh goodness, let's see. I free motion quilt, so our Linda's patterns available as hard copy, stencils, or templates.
So we do have a lot of her panographs,
Mhm.
right? And then block patterns, things like that, that are also on our website under panographs.
Correct. Yeah, some of her newer like leather designs, they're a
Yeah.
little too intricate to put onto paper. The ink would just not work the right way for it; it'd be too thick. But she has so many beautiful designs in pantograph format, and you were one of the first one for panographs,
Mhm.
but panographs that have blocks with them too.
Oh,
Yes, a
yeah.
lot of your
Yeah,
we
panographs
did
have
that.
block
Yeah.
with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is
We
really cool.
realized that people need, yes, they
To
need that.
do a little custom, or they could do some
bet.
pantograph in between, and then maybe their block they wanted to throw some different design, and that all coordinated together. Right, it was just part of it. But yeah, they're over on the website.
Yeah, another thing that I like when we talk about pantographs, a lot of people are currently purchasing long arm machines that are a little bit smaller because that fits within their budget right now.
That's
And I love that you have a pantograph line. You have the 700 series and the 800 series.
Well, what is the 700 series?
The what is the five,
4.5. 4.5.
4.5 inches? Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 5.
She knows.
It's
Yeah,
5.
don't look at me.
So the 700 series has 5 patterns. They're all 4.5 inches, and they're all different designs, from simple to intricate. That way you can use it on a much smaller throw, like say a 9-inch throw. And then we have the 800 series, which are 7.5-inch patterns, and there's 3 patterns to a page, and those also work on a little bit larger throat. Maybe you go like to 11, 12-inch type of throat. And then we have all the different sizes for the 16 inches up to.
Yeah, one of the things we implemented on the website, I want to say it was the big end of last year. I don't remember.
Yes.
We do have, if whenever you head
Yeah,
over to
filters
the
now.
pantograph section, there is a filter option, and you can choose what size row of design you're looking for, and it will only show you the patterns that fit that criteria. That way, you don't get really sold on one design that comes in only a big size, and then you're like, oh man.
What's the
You
most
can do it.
important thing about the pantographs? That how we sell them and how we print them. I'm putting you on the spot.
You tell me. What is the
I
most
will be
important?
happy to tell you.
Okay.
Okay. So one thing that we do at Linda's is that you get multiple sizes on that paper. So when you're looking at it online and you see an 8-inch and a 14-inch, you get both sizes. You see a 10-inch and a 12-inch, you get both sizes for that price that you see. We have the plotter there. We print the patterns, and you get the multiple sizes. So that way it doesn't matter if you want a smaller one. And then you'll also see some patterns that'll have like 4, 5, 6, 6, 8, 10. Just so you can use them in the border.
Yeah, great options for borders and slashings.
So yeah, just we always got that question. Like I just want to order the 8-inch, or how do I just order that? I'm like, you actually can have both of them for that price. Really? Yep.
Same price.
Same
Same
price.
price.
I remember we had, when we first got our first plotter, we plotted them all in our living room.
Oh my goodness, those
yes,
days.
I know.
Printing and rolling.
Everything's so fun now.
Yeah.
Printing and rolling. We're still printing and rolling.
Yeah, we're
You're
still
still rolling?
We're still rolling.
Oh, that's good wrist action.
Got the same dowel rod from the
Oh,
beginning
yeah.
of time. We're still, it works great.
It's got the same pantograph table that Todd put together.
Yeah, it still does the job.
It's in its own production room, and Alice, our little production person, just rolls them.
And she gets them all done.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
right.
No. So yeah, we definitely have plenty of you got for to choose from. Lots of designs. So
We've got another great question on YouTube saying that someone stating that you said that you love cuddle for the back of your quilts. Have you ever used the dimple cuddle? And if so, how do you navigate the dimples so they don't get lost in the quilting? You've actually got one right here, so I want to show it.
Actually.
And it doesn't. They
Yeah.
don't.
you
You don't lose it.
Yeah, you don't
the
lose
dimples.
it. You don't lose it unless you're doing really heavy. You don't want to. Yeah, yeah. But I don't worry about the dimples. They're on the back. Who cares? Jeez.
But you see them even with the quilting over those dimples. They're not lost. They're still there.
We should show. Well, even that one. I mean, some of this really
Oh, yeah.
heavy stuff.
The
Yeah.
I've done the llama. Have you seen the llama?
she loves.
I've done the
Oh,
llama on the
yeah,
back.
yeah.
It's in that first cabinet over there.
I'll go grab it.
Go
Here,
grab it.
grab this one. This shows you another cuddle type.
And you don't even care about the, the back just takes care of
This
itself.
is more like the hide probably that's out now.
I think so.
The Lux hide.
It's kind of like the
Yeah,
left
it's
side,
probably a different name,
but just a
the same
beautiful.
thing. But it shows you like you can use any type of textured cuddle, and it just comes out beautiful and comfortable and soft.
Mhm.
Like if you watched the cuddle video I did, I think it was a couple weeks ago, and I showed you the multiple quilts that I had done. Of course, nothing compared to what Linda has, but they're just all so soft. The stitching on them doesn't change it.
Mm-mm.
It just makes it softer and beautiful,
Mhm.
right? So I got upstairs
The
the
first cabinet. So you're in the second.
Oh.
Start from the left, go to the right. Like you read.
Oh, okay.
Purple and white there, whichever you want to grab. Yeah.
Top one.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Keep going.
It's very purple and it's very furry.
Oh,
There you go.
I got it.
I love it.
I got
Oh,
it.
you should see
Live and
these
on the
quilts.
go.
I
Live
wish
and
I
on
had
the
that
go.
quilt, man.
A
Oh,
fun one.
nice.
Oh, I use that anytime I get a chance for the
Oh, wow.
back. I did one for my grandson. He
What
just
kind is that? I didn't know they had that kind.
it's
So Shannon, cuddle.
it's
Yeah, no,
llama.
I didn't know they had that kind. Yeah.
I gotta have a llama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, I
It's
try
got
everything.
cabinets.
So
Cabinets.
Yeah.
So many different fun ones.
yeah.
No, so I guess I did what are we trying to say? Blah, blah, blah. That's what happens when we're live.
Don't worry about the
Yeah, no.
pile on the back.
Exactly.
Really, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fine.
You're gonna be fine no matter what it is. And enjoy it. And your family and friends and customers are gonna love it.
And one thing that I would always recommend when you're working with Cuddle on the back and Minky on the back, we get a Cuddle is a much more higher quality one, folks. That's the one you want to use. But when you're using it on your machine, use a ballpoint needle. That's going to keep it from that sharp needle cutting it on the back and bringing a little piece of it back up. Because if you've ever cut Cuddle, the dust goes.
That's I vacuum it. You have to have your vac. I have a special vacuum.
Right over there.
Yep,
There
it's
you
right there. You cut and you don't move, and everybody freezes, and then you vacuum, and then you're fine.
Yeah, that's how we do. We have a little shop vac when
That
I
what you
show
do?
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
cut shop
Very
vac,
cool.
cut shop vac.
I have to have a big vac.
We've got
You got
electric
it.
scissors and all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a great question though, because a lot of people are concerned about whether
And they're
they use the
afraid to
different-
because
yeah.
I think it's stretchy and stuff like that.
Yeah, why don't you
fine.
what's the other tip on how when you load the cuddle? Remember you load it this way to keep it
Oh yes, I load with the selvages running kind of parallel on the sides. That's going to keep it from overstretching because sometimes we get a little.
With your
Crank
yeah,
happy
because you can stretch
on
it
our
with your
Longarm.
rollers than
Yeah.
you can with your, and you really want to just have it holding, not stretching.
Yeah, you
from
don't
the
want to
sides.
yank it by.
That's
any
all you have
means.
to do.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And it comes out beautiful.
Oh.
Yes.
Especially some of those new digital printed ones.
Mm.
She's got a whole cabinet of those too, and they're so beautiful. We have those on the website too.
Yeah, there's some really fun ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good things.
Yes.
So many
Yeah.
good questions.
I just put the whole bolt on. I just have it on the floor on the other side, and then I'll just do both bolts,
Mhm.
and do baby quilts the whole day.
Oh, that's a good idea.
No,
So you're just you load your back
go
in
go
and
go go
start
go
putting
go
tops.
cut. Go cut.
It's fast
I
way
have.
to do it.
There's a lot of babies around here because it's winter all the time. I'm just kidding. Stop.
Everything's fine. I'm fine.
Your face is starting red.
You
Okay,
get
so-
bored, you just make baby quilts.
You just make baby quilts.
Yeah,
You just make baby quilts.
just in case. Waiting for great grandchildren. I don't know.
Joanne has a great question. She says, do you put a label or acknowledgement on the quilts that you do for others that states that you're the quilter?
No, that's their problem.
Got it.
yeah, most of them want me to actually sign it, but and I will do whatever they want. Otherwise, I don't.
Yeah.
That's,
No.
yeah.
It's up to them at that point.
Mhm.
Yep.
We used to sell labels, so we used to print them off onto fabric,
I remember that.
and I would sign those if they wanted
If
that
they want to put
label.
it on.
Yeah, I used to do
Yeah, so
that.
they have the option to put it on if they want to.
That was a good question.
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of some quilters that just sign every quilt, just write their name.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
No,
Yeah.
Unless they want.
unless they want you to. That makes sense.
Nelva's got a good question. Linda, do you miss Texas?
Yes. Oh gosh, I love the quiet. And if we have to go to the end of the street and wait for one car on the highway, I'm like, what is going on today? It's so busy.
Definitely here in Wyoming. It was fun. We went to the store today and we drove down. She was like, "Oof, look at the traffic." And there were two cars. Two cars went this way. She was like, "Oh, look at the traffic. Oh my gosh."
Maybe because I'm older, I loved the hustle and bustle, and I just love Texas people. I love the Texas weather. I loved everything about Texas, and I mean, it just got me started in my business, and I just rejoice that it's still going. That you two have just get technology, boom. It's just amazing. But and every time I would go, even to a show or whatever, as I was flying back over Dallas, landing at DFW, just my heart was like, I love this place so much. But I also have changed, and now I love this place so much. So I think you have to bloom where you planted.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's beautiful here.
And you can love both places,
I can.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
We all have different phases in life.
Mm-hmm.
So
Seasons.
seasons,
Yes.
that's better than phases.
Different season.
Different season. Yeah.
It's a fun season up here. It's very quiet. It's very snowy.
It is.
Mountains everywhere.
In the summer, all
It is
3 weeks.
fun.
Well,
It's
too.
Yeah.
all 2 weeks of the summer. It's beautiful here. You can go four-wheeling. You can go hiking.
Yeah, you have to get it all in.
So Edna says we have like a 2-week period to come back.
You can come these two. She's going to plan it out on the calendar. So these are blocked out. These are the ones. If you don't come, I don't know what to tell you.
And if it snows, I'm sorry. It snowed July 4th once. Oh yeah. Who knows? Anyway.
Oh goodness, let's see.
Close.
Laurel says, "Seeing you, Linda, brings back such good memories of our time in Star Valley. Such a wonderful teacher.
I know who she is too.
Mm.
Yes.
So many good friends.
Sweet.
So much fun.
Well, you've had thousands of students, and thousands of people that you've been
I
able
have
to
thousands.
to-
It shows that sometimes I had
Yeah, tens of probably.
1,100 one year at a show. One show.
One show, I remember that.
Yeah, and I remember faces. I don't remember all, and then international people. Oh, I love them. I miss that.
Yeah, I remember when we had the bed and breakfast, quilt and sleepover. And hey, if you're watching and you ever stay at the quilt and sleepover, you know what we're talking about. But you would have groups come in and they would just quilt. There was 8 machines there, and they would quilt, and then they would go. They would spend the night there, share a room. There would be food, the kitchen, and they'd be up at midnight quilting.
Oh yeah,
They just loved it.
I went home.
Yeah,
because I really did need to rest.
Yeah.
But
they just found they had so much fun
Oh.
there. And when we had
Camaraderie.
international groups come in, and I got to meet so many people from different countries, and it was so fun.
they
It was
always
fun.
came just before Houston, and they'd ride down with us in our motorhome down to Houston.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So fun.
To go see all the beautiful things at the
Yes.
International Quilt Festival.
Yeah.
Fun things. Another great question. I think I know the answer to this, but people want to know, Linda, do you have any long arm teaching bookings this year? And question is the same for me, Corey. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. I don't really travel to teach anymore.
Yep.
It's just not in me
It's
to
okay.
do that. So I just have to do that online.
You get to do all the
So,
fun things from
Yeah,
online.
I don't do in person.
We have lots of fun stuff online though.
New things coming too.
Yeah.
But you're going all over.
I'm going all over the place. Yeah, in 2 weeks I head off to Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And I get to go hang out in Adelaide, and I get to do all sorts of fun teach. I'll be doing paper piecing, long arming, and domestic machine quilting.
He's so excited.
Adelaide is so awesome. The Aussies are so amazing. The New Zealand people are amazing. I'm just gonna have to live it through you again.
She was giving me all sorts of tips and hints. She's been to Australia many times, and said, you got to do this and you got to see
Go to
this. And you
Sydney,
gotta
go
do
to
this."
Adelaide, pet the koalas, feed the kangaroos. Don't get too close. They can box you.
Yeah, so I'm Australia in
Yeah,
2
so much
weeks.
fun.
I am at H&H in Chicago in May on
Yeah.
panels. They don't really do quilting teaching,
No,
but I'm on panels sharing expertise
Yeah.
on all sorts of things.
There's
There's
just more to come.
so many more things to come. I
Yeah.
can't even think of my calendar right now. It's
No.
it's a scary place.
It's
on my
exhausting.
calendar.
The next 20 years will be my most creative.
There you go.
How's that?
That works for
There
me.
you go.
I'll be like this.
Still on that machine. Still doing the subscribe.
That's right. Subscribe. I might be underground, but still subscribe.
Oh, we have so much fun here.
Yes, we
I
did.
do. We laugh so hard. That's so good for my tummy to laugh. It hurts,
It's
but
good for you.
that's good for me.
Contracting our diaphragm right. Back and forth.
We have a great question from Ray. It says, great to see you for the first time. I'm new to the industry and I wanted to ask what batting you prefer using in your quilts.
Well, I'm kind of exclusive hops.
Mm.
I have always loved hops. They have the variety that I love. My favorite is their wool, their Tuscany wool.
Mhm.
And although I do like their silk, of course, it's amazing. And the cotton wool, I love that.
I love the cotton wool.
My customers really like the 80/20
Mhm.
because it's less expensive, but it's such a beautiful batting.
Did you know we have a new batting?
No.
We do.
Oh,
So
I'm always behind.
I will make sure you get one, but we
Okay.
have one that Hobbs makes exclusively for us at Linda's.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's called Linda's Deluxe Cotton Poly.
Okay.
And it is a beautiful
You will
lofted.
really love it.
It's a cotton poly, but it's beautiful. I
Oh,
will
I
make sure you
have to
get some.
have it. I have to have it.
I will make sure you
Do
get
they
some.
still make Linda's?
Linda's Choice?
Yes.
It is on the way. They had a few things go on at the factory that kind of set it back, and they wanted to make it to the best quality that they could. And we said, no, take your time. We want it the best quality you can make it to.
It's supposed to be this summer.
That's what I
And,
love in show quilts.
Yes.
Almost all my show quilts have Linda's Choice.
So does that have Linda's Choice and then wool on top of that, or is it just Linda's
If
Choice?
I want it to be real, poofy, because Linda's Choice is not going to be poofy. It's going to hang flat.
Right.
And but we've done, with Sherry, I've done trapunto and stuff and used the wool. In fact, this one has wool, trapunto.
On the front. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, there we go. I didn't know that.
all that.
That would make sense. 'cause it
Extra
does have-
time that you
yeah.
put in that nobody knows. So I'm telling you, that's worth it.
So many
Yeah,
people.
so I am kind of hot. Yeah, they sponsor everything.
I love
for me,
Hobbs
and
too. They're wonderful.
They've been a good company.
Yeah.
Wonderful batters.
And they do have a huge variety, all the way from their polyester ounces, if you're just doing charity quilts, all the way up to the wool. And so there's a huge range in between.
I also, but Hobbs poly, like a lot of people dog poly because they think about old age polyester. Hobbs polyester, this new age stuff,
It's nice.
It's the bee's knees.
Yeah,
It's good. And I still have to carry, I still have that for customers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not scratchy. It's nice. It's beautiful.
Especially the poly down.
The poly down. Oh,
It's really nice and soft.
did that in your Christmas tree skirt.
Yes.
Poofs so beautiful and doesn't add a lot of weight. Great for cold climates too, because polyester is going to hold that heat. It's a synthetic fiber, so
so is wool.
And so is wool. Yeah, it's going to hold that heat too.
Yeah.
So really, really nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful things there.
Great question.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, Linda, we've been chatting for an hour.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
We have.
We have.
that went by fast.
That was so fun.
Wow. Oh,
that was
there
so
we go.
fun. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you all so much for joining us. Be sure to follow Linda on her social channels. We'll get all that linked below. Her Facebook, Instagram, and her YouTube. You'll start to see things roll out. Her and I are going to start doing a lot more things virtually. I've got her into how we can chat together live and we can show different things and talk about design. We've got so many things that are coming.
Yes, exactly.
I'm very excited.
I am too.
Thank you.
You are very, very welcome. Again, thank you all so much for joining us here live in Linda's studio in Star Valley, Wyoming.